Yeah, the first card you have your past is the Ace of Wands. Yes. So straight away, right away, the first thing I'm seeing is love connection. A bit of complication there. There's a lot of love there, though. There's definitely passion. Absolutely passion. This is the passion card. I think you might have been through a few ups and downs with this person. Ups and downs with them. There's also a bit of pressure around this relationship as well, coming from the outside, kind of closing in. That's what I'm seeing. There's also some kind of event coming up, I think. It feels a little bit awkward. I think some of these people who are putting pressure on you and pressure on this relationship might be at this event. I think these people are family, actually, because I'm seeing children, I'm seeing young children, babies even. So it might be a celebration of a child being born, might be a birthday. So there's some kind of family event coming up. There's pressure around your relationship, and I think family might be putting pressure on them. I'm getting questioning here. I'm seeing a lot of unwanted questioning, actually. Maybe people are questioning your relationship. It might be that you've had ups and downs and you've spoken to certain people in your family about them before, and now they just won't let it go. And you're trying to settle down with this person. You're trying to get things to go right, and they just keep on talking and questioning and bothering you about that. I'm seeing that. Maybe even some gossip about this. There's some family competition here as well. I'm picking up on that as well. So, if anyone asks you questions, difficult questions, shady questions, you don't have to answer them. Just remember that. Especially if they're not designed to help you, or if they're coming from someone who doesn't care about you. Because I'm seeing all these gossipy kind of questions, if that makes sense. And I think I'm getting this feeling of protection. You need to protect your love. You need to protect your love connection, because you've been through ups and downs. You absolutely have. But I think this is a good connection. I think there's a lot of potential here, because the Ace of Wands can be about potential, things moving, but not quite being there yet, kind of the potential of things happening, the potential of things moving quickly. So I think for that to happen, you both probably need to set some boundaries around yourselves as a couple. Yeah, you just need to be left alone to breathe, I think. You just need to be left alone to thrive together, because I don't think you can do that with all this pressure and talk and everything like that. I'm not saying you should avoid people, but definitely set up some boundaries. If you are having problems, and I think you have had, I think things might be settling down a bit now, but, if you are, adding pressure, adding outside pressure can be really damaging. So again, protect what you have. Let it grow. Don't let pressure make things worse for the two of you. So that's a definite message there. Very strong. I'm seeing that very, very, very strongly. It's very specific, I know, but I do think that someone needs to hear that. I can really feel that. Okay, so the next card you have your past, the Seven of Wands. Yes. Yeah, look at this poor man. He's on the defensive. He has all these people against him, all these wands. He's trying to fight them off all by himself. It looks a bit like bullying to me, actually, ganging up on one person. You do have some really nice family members. I'm not saying they're all horrible, but it just takes a few. It only takes a few, maybe even one, to kind of spoil an atmosphere. And I think that's what's happening. Yeah, it could be either family, it could be yours or theirs causing the problems. I think it is probably yours. It's some family. It's definitely family. Maybe this is being played out on social media as well, because we can't see who's behind these wands. So that tells me that people might be doing this from behind a screen, a keyboard, hiding, so you can't see their faces. It could be that as well. Now, I think with you and this person, with these ups and downs, I think you both might have some difficult exes, or you've had problems in the past relationships. And I think you were kind of walking on eggshells with someone in the past. They might have been as well. So I think that might have change the way you communicate with people. So I think you have a difficult way of communicating, and I think you've learned that because you've been hurt, or you've been worried, or you've had problems. They might be the same. So that might be another thing you have to work through. But yeah, these are things you have to talk about on your own without this interference. I think most of the people in this family situation I'm seeing here aren't too bad. I think most of them are fine. There's one definite person that's standing out to me. They might even be deliberately causing problems, because I'm seeing, yeah, I keep on seeing this jealousy. There's a bit of jealousy around one of these people. So I think it might be that. So just watch out for that. If there is one main person in this that's kind of causing all this talk, they might be gossiping, causing problems. I do think there is one main kind of person in the middle of all of this. If you know who that is, if that resonates, definitely stay away from that person if you can, or at least minimize your contact with them. I don't think you can do that totally, because I do see this event coming up. You might have to see them now. That's what I'm seeing. So just be very careful. The last card you have, you pass the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, you had this in your last reading. I remember it really, really clearly. It really stood out to me. Beautiful. There was a beautiful message around this last week. I remember that. I'm just looking at all the gold on this card, and I keep on seeing families and family jealousy and all of that. Again, not everyone's like this. I'm narrowing it down to one main person in this now. There's this dynamic here I'm just picking up on. I'm seeing golden child, golden boy, golden person, gold. Someone in your family, this is what I'm getting, someone in your family thinks they're being treated unfairly, and I think they feel as if they've always been treated like that, actually. I don't know if they have or not, whether that's just something they're feeling, but what I'm getting is that they feel as if, probably you, because there's this jealousy and it involves you, and it's your reading obviously, so I think they might think you've had more privileges than they have privilege. I'm seeing privilege. It's something like that. They're privileged. That's what they feel. They feel as if you're privileged. So that might be why there's this jealousy and these problems here. Now, I don't see you as this privileged person or a spoiled person or anything, because this is a workhorse. This is about slowly working away at something, and that's how you are. You work at things. You're a workhorse. But this is their perception. So, perception's not always based in reality. Again, I'm not saying they're totally making it up or they're lying, but sometimes that's the way we see things when we have hurt feelings. We see things from that position. So, definitely shield yourself from these shady questions, because I'm seeing a lot of shade coming your way, definitely at this event, probably around other things as well. You're very intuitive. I think you can tell which kind of questions which, when it's a shady question and when it isn't. And I think this person might be hiding goady questions, shady questions behind being nice and just being concerned and all of that. So just watch out for that as well. Yeah, this is a very difficult person. I was seeing a lot of family problem, but I think this one person's at the center of this. That's what I'm seeing. Okay, so the first card you have your presence, the Seven of Pentacles. Yes, again, jealousy. This man has all these coins next to him. There's only one in front of him. So it's like, oh, all this person has all these coins. I only have one. And again, there's gold here. So they feel as if you've been given privileges. I'm getting that really strongly now. It's very obvious. Maybe even financial help, money, because there's pentacles here. Again, with this relationship, if you're in a relationship, or even if you're just talking to someone, there's definite potential for growth and potential for stability with this card. There's a lot of richness here, growth, all of that. And when I look at these two cards, the Knight of Pentacles and this one, they're both about patience. So what I'm seeing here is, I hate to say this, but I have to. So I'm just seeing these two different personalities, your personality and this other person in this love connection. So this is what I'm seeing. They're quite a patient person, and I think they're probably more patient than you, actually, because I'm just getting this feeling that you might be trying to sort of hurry things up a bit faster than they do. They seem kind of content, laid back. They're kind of like, oh, well, wherever this relationship goes, I don't mind. I'm happy to just go along with the flow, whatever. I don't mind. Let's just do whatever. And, I don't think you're pushy and horrible, but I think you're kind of mindful of, where are we now? Where's this going? Where's this, are we going to get into something more serious? Are we going to get to the next stage? It's kind of like that. And you don't mean to put pressure on them. You absolutely don't. And I'm not saying talk about things. If you have things that bother you and you need to talk about things, I'm not saying go around walking on eggshells and don't say anything to them. You absolutely do need to talk about things. You need to do the opposite of that. You do need to talk. But this is what I'm saying. They like to be content. And I think they feel pressure quite quickly, quite easily as well. And they're probably already feeling this family pressure. So all I'm saying is just be mindful of that. If you want to approach something with them, just be mindful of how you do that. And be mindful of how your different personalities play out sometimes. Because I'm seeing a bit of retreating here. I'm seeing a bit of pulling back. I don't think they're doing that, but I think that's what they do when they're pressured. So what I'm seeing is you're not pressuring them, but they're already under pressure, I think, from this family thing. So anything you do, anything you say, just be mindful of how that's done. Absolutely talk. You need to do that. Absolutely. If there's anything bothering you, talk. But just think about how you're doing that. That's what I mean. That's what I'm seeing. Okay. So the next card you have your presence, the Five of Wands. Yeah, again, look at this drama. So protect yourself from that. Protect what you have from that, because you have a lot of potential there in this relationship. So protect her from this kind of messiness. This is mess in this card. The other thing I'm seeing here is you might be putting yourself under a little bit of pressure. I'm seeing building something up, and there's a decision around this. I think it might be something like you might be going into a project, working on building something up, might be a business, I don't know, something. And I think you want to make a decision on something, but you don't have all the information. This card's a little bit like a needle in a haystack. You're looking for something and you can't find it. So I think there's some information there, but you haven't been able to see that yet. So what I'm seeing here is, I think this is a message to you, just to tell you to just wait on this decision. Don't make this decision quickly. Sit and wait, hold off on this. I think more information is going to come out. And I think when it does, that will help you to make this decision properly. And I think then you'll be able to make a more positive decision. Just wait and see what happens, because I think more information is going to come out. That's what I'm seeing in that card. I hope that makes sense. Okay, the next card you have your presence, or the last card I should say, is the Two of Swords. Yeah, you don't have all the information. This is a crescent moon. It's not a full moon. So the fullness, all the information has to come out. You haven't seen everything yet. So there's that message again here as well. I'm also getting this. I've got to be honest here. I actually think it might be a bit of a struggle for you if you go to this event or whatever this is that you go to where all these family members are. It is going to be difficult. I'm just telling you the truth. That's what I'm seeing. So yeah, there's this person there. They want to ask you questions. That's what I'm getting. And they have this front up. It's like a facade, if that makes sense. So I think what's going to happen is this person's going to try and ask you all these questions. And they're going to try and get you to open up. But I don't think they're going to be able to get you to open up, because you're going to be like this woman on this card. And it's going to be really frustrating for them. So just watch out for that, because their frustration might turn to anger or something like that. I'm not getting fighting, but just watch out, because you need to keep your guard up like this woman, I think. I think you're doing the right thing if you do that. Yeah, so just know through all of this, it's not you. They have a really imbalanced way of seeing things. And even though the perceptions are really skewed, that's what I'm seeing, they're still hurt by this. They still feel the hurt, and that's what they're driven by. The sad thing is, I think if you came to talk to them, if you came up to them and you said, something like, oh, let's talk about this, let's try and fix this, I don't think they would, not at this time anyway. So, just know that it's not you, and just know that you can't actually do anything. If anyone can do anything, it's them. You can't do anything. They don't want to fix things with you. They don't want to do that. So I think just be polite, just go to this thing, don't cause any problems. I know you won't. But, if they start anything up, just say, excuse me, and walk off. Just let them get on with it. That's all you can really do. I know that sounds defeatist, but they might change eventually. But at this time, I can't see them doing that because they're all caught up in their feelings and their perceptions. And I think they feel as if this has been going on for years and years. Like, oh, they've been like this for years. They're so spoiled and I'm always the underdog. That's the kind of thing I'm getting. Yeah, very, very sad. Okay, so the first card you have in your future is the Fool. Look at this. This is all completely gold again. This card's full of gold. And it's interesting because you're coming up as the Knight of Pentacles. Sensible, steady, hardworking. But this person, this troublemaking person, this jealous person, they're coming up as the Fool. So they're seeing things. They're seeing your shared history as kind of unfairness, imbalance, all of that. And I think you probably see things as, them maybe not being able to manage things properly, maybe they take risks. So you see them as like the Fool. So you both see things in a completely different way. It's interesting. A lot of the time people think they're dealing with facts when they're dealing with perception. So I think there probably are a lot of things that they're just not seeing properly. But their hurt's real, and I think their hurt's clouding everything, and they're not dealing with things in the right way, obviously. So, yeah, again, they're the only ones that can do anything about this. They're the only ones that can do anything about this. So if this is resonating, there's nothing you can do. There's nothing you do, but just remember it's about them and their perceptions. The next card you have in your future is the Six of Pentacles. I'm laughing because I'm trying, I really am. I'm trying to talk about something else, but it keeps on coming up. So yeah, again, give and take. This is the way they see things. Poor me. I don't want to make light of this because they're obviously struggling. They're hurting. They're hurting themselves, though. They're hurting themselves and they're hurting other people as well. That's the sad thing. I just want to show you, apart from the obvious that you can see here, I'll just show you how I can see that this is about the same situation with this jealous person, seeing that you're the golden child. Because I was seeing golden child, golden person in the Knight of Wands. And if you look at these two people begging, the one with the golden clothes is the one receiving the money. So that's how they see things. So I won't say any more about that because it's just the same situation. Okay, so the last card you have for your future is the Moon. Okay, so, all right, I'm seeing something completely different here. Very, very beautiful, but I hope it's going to make sense. All right, very strange, but yes, I'm just going to say this. I'll try and articulate what I'm seeing here. There's someone who can't speak to you, or they can't express things to you for some reason. There's a very, very deep connection here. They have a very deep connection with you. And it's not about what you say to them, or it's not about what you do. They just like being around you. They just like knowing that you're around them. And you're there for them. You're there for them. You love them. You care for them. That's what I'm seeing. And they know that. And they appreciate that. They feel that. That's what I'm getting. And this might sound a bit crazy. I'm just going to say this. Someone was upset. Someone had a dream. I think it was probably a bad dream because they needed care. They needed comfort after this dream, and you were there. So whoever this is, if you recognize whoever this is in this dream, having this dream or whatever, they really appreciate you and they absolutely love you so much. They love you so, so much. They can't express that now. They can't express that to you for some reason. But in time, one day, they're going to be able to tell you. They will tell you. They'll tell you this. They'll tell you they appreciate you. They'll tell you they love you. They'll tell you they care about you. I'm just looking at these watchtowers in this card. And when you're up in a watchtower, obviously you can look down and you can see absolutely everything. But this lobster in this card, I'll just move it up so you can see. This lobster that's on this journey, he's not up to where the watchtowers are yet. He's kind of travelling up this path. He's going up there. He's not quite there yet. He'll get there in the future. So in the future, that's when you'll hear this from them. They'll tell you this. So I don't know if that makes any sense to you at all. That's what I'm seeing. These days I just say whatever I see, whether it's crazy or not. So that's what I'm doing from now on.